Hey viewers, welcome back to the Noob Guide of Noobs. This time we are doing the Anhur playstyle video, and we are going to obviously then play Anhur. Yeah, as I said in the previous video, the item selection, but I know a lot of you don't watch that. I don't really play Anhur a lot. I played him a couple of times, so I can actually play him. But landing most of the tricky shots is not really my thing. It is yeah, it's complex and it takes a while to get used to that. So we are going to try to get them. Your first skills should be well, the impale and the jump. So the jump really is just a jump. It's not very far. It doesn't get you out of anything, and the impale is just a javelin that he tosses towards his enemy and then knocks them back. But if you hit a wall, a tower, some kind of terrain, it will actually result in a stun, and that is where your power lies. You do have that stun, and you should really try to abuse that. But combining the two, so the two that I now have will result in some pretty nice but complex well, tricks. I will try one right now. I will probably take a lot of damage because it's obviously not the right situation to use it, but we will try it anyway. Once he comes in, so yeah, Rise coming in, then we knock him. See, I actually landed it the first time. Wow, that's actually impressive. So what you do is you jump over someone, but you do want to hit them with the AoE. And by doing so, you actually do, well, you knock them back, but they can't react to your jump at that point. And then you knock them back. Obviously, you would like to have that hit a wall, but I just wanted to demo the effect for you and not make it too complex for me. I am picking the obelisk here because not because I think it's good at this point, but I wanted to demo another trick. I will try to hit him into the wall the next time. Yeah, because that is kind of where your strength lies. If you get those stuns off, it is just a great amount of damage. And obviously I don't want to take unnecessary damage. You want to prevent that on all carries, but especially the weaker ones, so the HP weaker ones. And come back, Ra, come on, man. Don't be a wuss. I do have my ultimate now. So a trick that is mostly done on the lower levels is placing this obelisk behind your opponent and then knocking them into it. And we are going to fall back. We're going to, I think, shop. No, well. Here, what I want to do is this. You place the obelisk and you immediately stun them against it. And obviously you can follow up with just your ultimate. And it should be an easy kill. But yeah, the impale really makes it easy to get stuns off if you know what you're doing. So this would be my first item, and we're going into the lifesteal. Obviously, it's not necessary against Robot because Robot sucks balls. So you don't really need to do anything well specific to defeat this guy. But well, learning to control your character is a really important part of learning to play someone as complex as Anhur, because he doesn't seem to be complex. He seems pretty easy, but really mana management as well as all of those tricky skill shots just makes it very hard. And yeah, I'll show you in a moment why he is such a hard one to play. So there we go. We do want to stun him into the tower. Oh, he flew through the tower. So we are going to block him, and as you can see, well, this guy is just complete retard mode. So we don't really have to concern ourselves too much. But yeah, because I placed I'll do it again. I should have actually placed it like right here. You can actually stand here and there's no way he can get past you. So he has to walk the long way around. And especially in third range, that can be very, very deadly. But as you can see, I took a lot of damage just from the minions. There were like 6 minions there and they almost took me out. That is not a good thing to have, but yeah, since I am a carry, I need to make sure that I am aggressive, but don't overextend. And there, I would have died. Against a decent player, I would have died there, definitely. So let me show you why Anhur is a complex champion. Oh, let's not take too much damage because I don't want to die. Yeah, bye-bye. So yeah, that was kind of the demonstration, but I didn't really tell you why why it works like that. By the way, you do extra damage when people are on this. So let me kill this guy, and then I can go back in peace. The thing is, the javelin, the impale, actually throws people back. So it makes sure that, uh, or it knocks back people. And that can be a very good thing because, well, it gets people out of your face. But if you just use it for damage, and it does quite good damage. I mean, this does up to 350 damage plus, yeah, let's say about 100 for your early game items. And yeah, there you see it. There, this is how it should work. So I stunned him into the wall, making sure that I not only got the pop-up from my jump, but also the stun from my yeah, here. This is why I can't reach him now. That is what most Anhurs do, and even though he is like the most played god in the game, a lot of people will just derp it up. And they will do exactly what I did there. So they will use the impale to try to do damage, to do that final shot, and then they knock people away at no health at all. In fact, I think I've been saved by more Anhurs than that have actually killed me. I mean, Anhur is played quite a bit, but all of the low level players, they don't practice enough. So what they do is they kind of hope that all will be well. And yeah, there I missed completely. Obviously I have enough damage to kill him anyway. But yeah, you can see I missed that. So I jumped behind me, is behind my enemy. And at that point, I don't have a jump anymore, which is why I would recommend going for that combat blink if you're really having trouble in the lower levels, or well, no, while you're practicing, I should say. So yeah, your pillar there is a slow as well as a damage increase, and it just does a whole lot of good for your strategy. And yeah, there once again. I aimed it correctly, but I can't get it to go. Ah, that is such a shame. And look at that. I'm almost dead. But I will heal up, and that is, of course, the power of those lifesteal items. They will heal you up in no time flat in the later stages of the game. But yeah, you do need to stay alive for your lifesteal to actually do something. I'm going to let him push out a little bit, I think. I'm going for another red buff. He dies a little bit too easily at this point because, well, he's going for all damage items, which includes magical resist against a physical damage champion. Yeah, that really doesn't do a whole lot. The thing is, yeah, you can't really be blocked by anything as Anhur. So you don't have to worry about anything. If you have a decent build, then yeah, what are they going to do? I mean, the armor can be overcome by just penetration. The lifesteal will take care of most of the rest, and if you're really in trouble, then you can also always go for something. Yeah, something to combat that. So if you're in trouble versus Ra, for example, messed that up, hit the wrong key. If you're in trouble versus Ra, then you just get some magic resists, like shield, as I said, and basically go from there. So the tricks that I wanted to show you and did show you at this point are the combination of jump into the javelin. I showed you, well, it with the first shot basically, but the one that I landed over here, that was how it's supposed to go. So you need to make sure that, well, the disperse, the jump, actually lands them or well brings them to the correct direction, so you can actually use your javelin to get them into a wall. It is very important. The ultimate obviously is just a bunch of damage. You don't have to worry about that. The shifting sands, so the pillar into impale, that is probably the most used trick and the most practiced trick by people, because it requires some skill. It requires some actual skill to land this, but it shouldn't be too hard to do. Couldn't reach, and we're going to go out, and I'm going to die. Yep, that is the way it goes. I wanted to do something fancy, but obviously that didn't work out too well. Oh my god. So I did die there, but it's not a big problem. The last trick I showed you was oh no, I didn't actually show you any other tricks. I think there are more tricks. You can combine skills even more. You can actually slow them first. So if you slow them and then jump over them, you actually create your own terrain to land your stun on. Because most people will just run through the side of that pillar. So try to get out of that, and that makes that you know where they're going. And so it's not an actual trick as the others are. I mean, this like plays into this immediately. Yeah, that is an easy thing to do. It's it takes some practice, but yeah, since you can just click the one and then all you have to do is left click to left click, or left click 2 if you have quick cast on, you don't really have to worry too much about it. It's pretty easy to do, but the tricks are, when do I use the impale? That is your main thing to worry about. It is of course also your main thing to do. How did I get hit by that last one? I'm pretty sure it's a little bit bigger than that range. Yeah, if you step on the range, it's already going to attack you. Okay, cool. Now we know. And he's probably going to ult me once again. Yeah, for the rest, I don't really have... Oh, yeah, I knew that, but I didn't hear the sound. I knew he was going to do that. But yeah, I wanted to jump out there, but I didn't hear the sound of his ultimate, so otherwise I would have been safe. But, the point of Anhur is, don't troll people with your impale. Your impale is hard. It seems really easy because, well, I demonstrate this on a bot, but obviously if you hit it here, I'll demonstrate it right here. If I start with the impale, I can no longer hit him. Yeah, well, this guy is going to come back, of course, because he's a full mode retard, and I can still kill him. But yeah, you can see, or you saw exactly what I meant. I had a perfect opportunity there. What I should have done was jump into maybe the slow if needed, but otherwise the stun, and that would have resulted in a kill. Also, if I had allies there, my allies would have been able to contribute to the damage, because I don't have to do everything on my own. I don't need to get the kills all by myself. Now the thing is, you need to make sure that you actually think about what it's going to do before you do it. And, well, throwing people away from you, away from your team with that impale is probably the biggest troll move in the game, because, well, so many people do that and do it, well, incorrectly, that whoa, that was 2 hits. Critical strike for the win, I guess. Yeah, my critical strikes obviously do a lot of damage now, and that will not go through that. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here. I think you saw enough. You at least saw every trick that I can possibly teach you, because, well, obviously there's not a whole lot to learn. Seeing that yeah, it's only a damage carry. I mean, as long as you stay away from people and you try to do your best to damage people and not troll your team, yeah, you should be fine. Anyway, With Anhur, just like with any other guy, there's one thing you should do, and that is practice. Just practice, 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 practice until you land those things. You now saw what they're supposed to do. Now make sure you can actually perform them on people in a high stress situation while not getting killed. And that obviously takes a little bit more out of you than playing Rabat. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.